And welcome to the Under the Bus podcast. It's been a while. I'm your host, Merge, and I'm here with Clayton. How you doing, Clayton?
Hi.
So, I believe there's only about one game of preseason left for most teams, I would say. I know for Lakers, for sure one left. And then season starts on the 18th for the whole NBA, and that's when the Kyrie LeBron matchup happens again.
So that's going to be beautiful.
Very much looking forward to that game. And then, actually, no, the first game it's that game. Then it's like the Thunder against the Knicks because the NBA is rigged. So, I want to get on here and talk about some people that have sort of surprised during the preseason so far. And since we're mainly a Lakers podcast, we'll bring up probably the biggest surprise in all of preseason, Kyle Kuzma. So, Clayton, why don't you start on Kuzma?
Man, I was wrong. Very, very wrong. Yeah. And I've said it on Twitter a couple times already. I'm very happy to be wrong. I think I said it on the last podcast too.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what his percentage is shooting from three. I saw Drew Hernandez had him up as 39% off of Fox Sports, I think. And then
the last two games
Advith had him at 30% from Real GM. So yeah. I don't know exactly which is which. I haven't been exactly counting.
I think on Spectrum they had him at 30%.
Yeah, that would make sense. Despite only shooting then 30%, he feels like he's been impacting the game a lot.
Yeah.
So he's active on both sides of the ball. His rebounding is like the only concern, but if that's his only real big concern, then that's fine, especially when he's in those super fun lineups with Julius.
Oh, yeah.
The lineup right before Luke thought that bringing Brooke Lopez in to win a preseason game, the one with Julius, Kuz, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and Caruso, that was a super fun lineup, and they were keeping up with him. And
I feel like we'll have podcasts in the future where we'll talk about just that lineup with Julius and Kuzma at the 4-5.
Yeah, well, we were talking about it today.
Yeah,
in our Twitter DMs, like if Randall can shoot something like 32% from three, and I don't know, I know he went 1 for 2 the other night, and Kuzma shooting. He's a rookie, so let's say he ends up shooting 33 to 34%.
Yeah,
it's still good for a rookie. That's at the 4-5. That's an incredible advantage that you have on offense, and the defense. They're very active. They seem to play off of each other too. Like they've got a good chemistry, so you can have those guys playing a 4-5 pick and roll or pick and pop, and they're just running all over the place. It's a really fun thing to watch.
Yeah. Those two. I mean, those two specifically. I guess we're going Lakers Center for a second. Those two have been the kind of my MVPs of the preseason for us so far. But I mean, Caruso has far and away been our best player. And it's like not even. I mean, it's kind of close. Randall's been good, but Kuzma has just like blown all the expectations out of the water. Even after Summer League, I did not expect this. Even after his insane Summer League, I thought he'd be like 10 to 15 points a game, something like that. But he's been consistently putting up at least 18 a game, and his shooting, his shot looks so good that you just think it's always going to go in.
It's a very pure shot. Seriously, like this was watching film. This was not the guy at Utah.
No,
like there were several games where I'm like, what is he even doing still in the back?
Yeah.
Like I get like you're the trail guy, but man, and he's so active. It's really that, and just the shooting, as you said, it's such a pure stroke. Like it's like a Klay Thompson or Devin Booker type of, just like he lets it go and you're like, yeah, that's going in, even if it's not going in.
Yeah, and like he does a lot of like very heat checky shots, and you just think they're gonna go in because he's shown that he can make those.
Yeah.
And I mean, and not only his shooting, it's actually shown a pretty decently explosive first step. There's a couple of times in that Nuggets game, the second one where they got blown out, where I forget who was guarding him, but he was facing up in like the mid post area, and he just exploded to the baseline, did a reverse one-handed jam. And I'm like, whoa, where the hell did that come from? and I think a lot of people thought coming into the preseason that Lonzo created a lot of those points for Kuzma in the summer league. And I don't know if he's played more than 5 minutes the whole preseason with Lonzo. Granted, Lonzo only played like a game and a half, but in that game and a half, he didn't play much with Lonzo. And
Kuzma is the 7th leading scorer in the preseason.
Oh my god, and that's insane. There's for a good time he was number 2 behind Steph.
Well, he was number 1 at one point.
Yeah, and then Steph put up that 40-point game.
Yeah. But right now he's behind AD, Giannis, Steph, Dame, Harden, and Paul George.
All stars, yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah, I mean, it is preseason. We do have to take this with a grain of salt. That said, he has looked really well. Like, and not just like, oh, he's like, I mean, I'm expecting still back at like a fall down to back to earth type thing.
Yeah.
But like his footwork is good, his technique is good, and he's still doing all this with shooting. She's shooting now 29.6% from 3 according to NBA.com. So, and I swear it doesn't feel like you're shooting that bad.
Like I said on Twitter today, it's like it just seems like he's been shooting like 40% from the 3-point line. It's like the Devin Booker thing from last year, because everyone seemed to think that Booker was like being a knockdown shooter, but he wasn't. He was only shooting 35%.
Devin Booker's such a great shooter.
I think Booker is gonna get there. I think Booker's gonna get there. I think eventually he'll get to 40%, but it just looks so pretty. Like it's in that same with Kuzma. It's in the same vein of Booker and Clay, like you said, and it just looks like it's gonna go in. And I'm not gonna expect some. I think some people it's like say that he's been like the most exciting rookie in the preseason. When I need to say
that in the preseason, but like going into the regular season, I think people need to cool their jets a little bit on that.
People gotta remember he's older. He's 22, right?
Yeah.
I'm not expecting him to be a star. I still don't think that, even after what he's shown. I think he's going to be a very, very important rotation player for us, at the very least, for us in the future. I
have to real quick looking him up on NBA.com. They have him at 22 and 444 days. So he's really 22 and like probably 44 days.
Yeah,
something like that, because his birthday was July 24th. But that's gotta love that
typos. Yeah, Kuzma's been awesome. I'm not gonna, like we've been saying, we don't expect him to be this in the regular season. If he's this in the regular season, I don't see any reason why he isn't Rookie of the Year. But I don't think it does happen. You know what I mean?
I don't really think he has a real chance at it because of the guy that was drafted before him on the same team. Yeah. Because of Zoe, because of all those guys, I think if he were to somehow start sooner rather than later, and something were to happen to, I would start him before I would start Nance.
Larry. Yeah, for sure. Just for the purpose that I think Kuzma brings kind of similar stuff to what Larry brings. I think he brings the energy. I think he brings pretty decent defense for like where he's at right now. He brings a shot. He brings aggressiveness. He brings passing as good as Larry. I mean, I don't want this to turn into this me bashing Larry, because it kind of sucks having to do this, but I mean, Julius and Kuzma have been better than him.
Yeah, Larry has clearly been the lesser of the three.
Yes, for sure.
And
100%.
while people keep referring back to his defense is so much better, if you go look at the stats, and again, it's preseason, so you can't really take all that much into it. His defense has been worse than Julius.
Yeah.
And his offense is disgusting.
Oh yeah, it's like an 88 offensive rating.
It's
something like that.
It's really he's the most frustrating player for me on
the team.
on the team. And
yeah, just because of his lack of aggressiveness.
It
purely.
What the heck did you do during the off season, man?
I mean,
like you should have just. I don't even know. It really is just one of the most frustrating things. Like half the time he doesn't even look at the rim unless he's right there.
Yeah, and unless it's a transition bucket or it's just right off like a pick and roll and it's a dunk.
Unless he's going to be able to dunk it, then he's willing to actually look at the rim. Yeah. But if not, then it's just, I'm just floating around here with the ball. Like, I don't like having to be like, well, where's the Vegas Summer League Larry from last year?
Man, that was such a weird Larry, but that also just created so much controversy.
Oh, I know. But like, what happened to that guy? He was like he was looking for his own shot, and it does get to the point where like, and I called Lonzo out on this the first game. Did we have a podcast after the first game?
This is our first podcast of the preseason.
Okay, yeah. When Lonzo just he was, it looked like he was afraid to take the shot.
Yeah, that first game against the Timberwolves, I was actually in the arena. There was a lot of time.
There was a couple times where like there was one where he was right underneath the basket.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about too.
And all he had to do was just lay it up, and he passed it out. And I was just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, he was like that his first game of Summer League too. I'm expecting that to be, him to get over that 10 to 15 games into the season, but I think it's going to be at the very beginning. It'll be he'll do that a lot, and it'll be a little frustrating, but he'll go out of it.
Credit for being a pass first guy, and honestly, like you should want him looking to score as well.
Yeah,
because like passing up a shot like that isn't the right play.
Yeah.
So I understand you want to go for the most efficient, most effective play. But
yeah.
You gotta look to score sometimes. And Larry, going back to Larry, like guys he should get plenty of chances to show off the shot that he was supposed to be developing.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't had anyone up on him. They're just like, oh, okay, let's answer the ball. It's cool. We're 8 feet from the rim, so he can't actually stretch out and dunk it. So
yeah, Larry's frustrating. The Lakers power forward situation, big man situation in general, I guess, is gonna be really interesting to monitor the rest of the season. I'm starting to. I'm more of. I think me and Clayton are more pessimistic when it comes to the off season, for sure. I think there's still people that expect the Lakers to get Paul George or LeBron James or something like that, and I'm starting to think that the Lakers are going to strike out and go re-sign Julius and then like go and get Nerlens or something like that, which I know you would love. But yeah. But I starting to believe that there's a better chance the Lakers keep Julius than them getting a star. One star.
If he continues to look how he has, especially off the bench, and they're thinking like they can make him to a Lamar or Odom, then yeah, you're looking into keeping him. You're not keeping him at his cap hold, that's for sure. You're telling him like, hey, we love you, but you're getting only like 4 years and like $50 million, because it's so hard to have a bench guy on the making that much money.
Yeah.
That we're
that's what Jordan's making right now. 4 years, $50 million.
You just proved my point.
No, but Julius isn't Jordan though. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but I'm saying like now that contract doesn't look great.
Right.
I mean, unless you just absolutely love Clarkson, which I don't understand why people still do. But
there's a couple today that I saw say that they love Jordan's game. Now I'm not gonna say any names, but I don't know. I don't want to talk about Jordan. I was so angry watching the game, watching Jordan. I don't even want to bring him up.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's just odd. I think he's gone by this season. Sometime by this season.
I would look at him during the season.
Even if we don't get a start, I think he's gone. To be completely honest. But anyway, there was a couple more people that I want to talk about. Not Lakers people, but there was
another shooting 18% from 3 this preseason.
Jordan, really?
I mean, it means nothing, but that's just absolutely hilarious.
That's funny. There was one guy in this game for the other team that I really wanted to talk about, and he really impressed me today, and he's been impressive this whole offseason. Donovan Mitchell, shooting guard from the Utah Jazz, he was awesome today. He was like so much fun to watch. There was that spin move that you called out on Twitter.
Man, that spin move was just like okay, so during like the middle of the first quarter up until a little bit into the third quarter, I had to do something for school where I had to like watch a class. Mm-hmm. I was trying to watch a game, but I was obviously distracted. But so I missed the Kuzma one.
Oh man, that Kuzma was ridiculous too.
The Kuzma one was good, but the one from Mitchell, he spun so fast. Like if anyone remembers Dante Hall back in the day.
Oh yeah.
The kick returner. Just a return man. That's really all he was. His spin moves were just so quick, and kind of weird going cross sports, but it was just so fast. I was like, oh my word, that it jumped off the screen how fast he went. Almost like you kind of go faster when you're like starting to fall. Mm-hmm. I thought he was going to start falling for a second, and no, he had complete control of his body, and it was just on balance. It was insane.
If you saw the look on Alex Caruso's face after he did it, like he was just dumbfounded. Like he had no idea what just happened.
Like how did he just do that?
Because it was off of a jump ball.
I look like I'm 45 years old. How did he do that? Speaking of Caruso, I want everyone to start the Caruso over Tyler Ennis.
Oh, please. He's so much better.
I'm sick and tired of seeing people think that Ennis is really good. Did Caruso play more minutes tonight than Ennis?
Yes, for sure. 100%.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
Yeah, he played from the middle of the third all the way to the end of the game, and he came in middle of the first and came out with like 2 minutes left in the second. I'm pretty sure he played over 25 minutes, if I had to guess.
I'm almost there.
There
you go.
The Lakers have talked about someone who can keep that pace that Lonzo brings.
Okay, ESPN, your autoplay videos are stupid. Ennis played 16 minutes and Caruso played 32.
Yeah.
Caruso in those 32 minutes, he only took 4 shots. Okay.
He had a nice little Kobe over the backboard shot.
He had 6 rebounds and 10 assists, a steal. I don't know how he only had 1 steal. I could have swore he had more than that.
I feel like he had a lot of hands on a ball, but he didn't get registered with the steal.
Yeah. He was a net zero, which really is a positive. Mm-hmm. And the offense just looked so much better with him on the floor.
Yeah, I would imagine the offense when Lonzo comes back to look like an elevated version of what Caruso looked like.
Yeah. Ennis is not fast. He's not athletic. He is just not very good. He had 15 games last year that were his best 15 games ever. And people thought that we had the backup for the future when really we have who you guys said should be the next Steve Blake and Caruso. Caruso's a better shooter in my opinion.
Yeah.
He provides the same floor leadership as Ennis, except I think
much better. I think it's much better.
Better, and it's more creative. What exactly they're looking for, and he's such a better defender. Partly because he's bigger.
Yeah, he's 6'5", and you wouldn't think he is, but he's 6'5".
Yeah, he's 6'5", and he's just a better athlete. Like,
would you say he's sneaky athletic?
I would say he's a coach's son.
Oh yeah,
he's a bit of a grinder.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, there's a lot of those jokes flying around on Twitter.
No, but seriously, like he just needs to bick the head, man, because that hair is terrible.
What, pull a Carlos Boozer?
Yeah, just pull straight up Carlos Boozer, or at least like get it to like a 1, man. Just
pull LeBron. At least pull LeBron.
Like, yeah, and then he just needs to cut the 70s porn stash.
Man, it was hilarious. Like when you think about how this whole thing with him started in Summer League, like I remember Ben Rosales bringing him up before the Summer League started and saying like he could be a potential guy that the Lakers could add to their training camp roster. And I saw him, I'm like, I don't know. His first game he was really sloppy, but the game against the Kings, the Foxcatcher game.
Oh yeah, where he killed Fox, but
he killed De'Aaron Fox.
They won't say it.
No, and like he doesn't look like he would play like he does, just because like he's a really good defender. Okay, I'm not saying really good, but he's scrappy and he gets out.
For a bench guy, he's a pretty good defender. He's obviously not like oh goodness, a backup one that's a good defender. You're gonna have to help me out. It's been a long day.
Oh my god.
Isn't Cujo a good defender?
Yeah, Kojo, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't care. He's always going to be Cujo.
Okay.
Anyways, he may not be like a top flight defender, but he's a good off the bench defender. He's a good team defender. He can stay with guys like. Yeah, I mean, like, is he going to be able to keep up with the guys like Westbrook and Lillard and all those guys? No, of course not. But
I think he'll do a better job than most of the guys on the team. But yeah.
Oh yeah. I agree with that. I think just people need to like chill out on the last 15 games for Ennis last year and realize like he's not very good.
Yeah.
Give me Caruso now.
Yeah, Caruso is so much fun. There was that one pass to Julius he had in the fast break in the fourth quarter, which I swear to God I was having D'Angelo flashbacks when I saw it. Like it was like I'm like that was just like a D'Angelo pass to Timothy Mozgov last year. Like I was like I got really sad for a second. Let's not even talk about D'Angelo, but it's
well, real quick on D'Angelo. Laker fans have moved on from hating on D'Angelo to now they are hating on poor Brandon Ingram. And Ingram, to his own demise, has not been very good. He looked better tonight. He was 5 for 12, but he was
5 for 7 coming into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he forced a lot of shots at the very end. And I'm gonna say it. People probably don't really want to hear it. Luke should have told him to stop driving on Rudy Gobert. Like, who in their right mind is telling him, yeah, you got this, man. Like a top 3 defender at least.
I mean, that's like trying to ISO with Kawhi Leonard. Like, you're not going to do that.
You're not like Brandon Ingram is a freak when it comes to how long he is, but like Rudy Gobert is the longest player in the NBA. So like your 7'3" wingspan is no match for his 9'7" standing reach.
Yeah.
So, and like Gobert now isn't just like some crazy long goofy guy. Like he's coordinated and he's strong now.
I mean, he worked on his body a lot this offseason.
Oh yeah. Like
he looked big.
he oh man, Gobert is going to be a monster this year. But that was was a lot on Luke, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
because like, hey, stop driving at the gigantic human being. All right, like drive and kick. You know,
Yeah.
if you have a shot, I'd much rather you have the shot than try and challenge the 9'7" freak. You know, like
Yeah. And not only did he just drive and try to score over Gobert, he had Brook Lopez wide open on the top of the key.
mm-hmm.
Wide open. And I still think in that situation
I still have to laugh at the very end with that.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Let's put in Brook Lopez. We're gonna win this game. And
I think Randall would have done Randall and Lopez would have done the same amount of job against Gobert. Gobert's gonna dunk on almost anybody.
That lineup right before they made the switch was very fun. Kuzma, Randall, Ingram, Hart, and Caruso, and then when Lonzo for Caruso, that's going to be a very fun lineup in the future.
Very switchy. They had a lot of like switches in that lineup too that were just so much fun defensively.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways, we should move on from Lakers.
Rest of the NBA.
I have not gotten to watch as much. If you can't tell by the mess behind me, we just got done moving into our new house and we're unpacking everything. I have to I missed games because I had to move and like start building a shelf for the TV because yeah,
sounds fun.
So I've missed a lot, but I've gotten to see a few things, such as like when Mike Schmitz posts a video of EK.
Oh my god!
He looks like he got a little bit of skill at least during the off season, and then my boy OG May
got to bring out all the length.
I still don't like the D'Lo trade, but if we could have gotten 22 and taken OG, it would have been a lot easier to take. And
oh man, that bench lineup,
because was he picked the pick right after them?
23, I believe. Yeah, and I know Magic liked OG. He even said he liked OG.
Freaking jerks.
Anyway, there's a couple that. Player that I wanted, specifically, I want to talk about in the preseason. My favorite, probably one of my favorite players in the NBA already.
Am I gonna have to
rookie of the year favorite?
Plug my ears real quick, or
no. You like him too. Trust me.
Okay.
My personal rookie of the year pick, Dennis Smith Jr. has looked awesome.
Oh, I haven't gotten to see him other than his insane dunks.
There was a game yesterday against the Magic, the game where he had the dunk, but he had a near triple double. Maybe near triple double was kind of stretching it, but he had 16, 6, and 7 in about 25 minutes. I just love him in that starting lineup because there's so much spacing there, even without Seth Curry. There's so much spacing.
Went 23. Sorry. 23. Yeah, no. I did not want Dallas getting a point guard at all.
Because Rick Carlisle's like God.
I wanted them to get stiffed out of that somehow.
Get the next Dirk, get Laurie.
Yeah. I wanted to see something like them take a Laurie or everyone's analytic favorite Zach Collins. I still don't get that one. I did not want Frank Carlisle having any chance.
Rick Carlisle.
Who did I say?
Did Frank?
Oh, because I'm looking at Frank Ntilikina.
Yeah.
I didn't. My bad. I didn't want to see Rick Carlisle having any chance at having a point guard because then I just had a feeling like he's just going to develop whoever, and of course he had to get the guy with quite possibly the second best ceiling in this entire draft.
Yep.
And I love Dennis Smith Jr. and now I have to hate him because he went to the team I love to hate.
The Mavericks.
So, yeah.
We've talked about Dennis Smith. Not in this podcast, but me and you, we've talked about Smith the past year.
Yeah.
A lot. And I've told you even before the draft process of last year started, he was my favorite player in the draft class. I think he's going to be the
he's gonna win multiple dunk contests.
Yeah.
Like he's very fun.
He's fun. And even though he's 6'3", and he doesn't have the longest, he's like 6'5" wingspan, I want to say, something like that.
Yeah.
He's just so talented. He's so physically gifted. He has a great stroke. I think the stroke looks good. He might not knock it down all the way, but if he makes like 34% this year, and pretty much good enough for people to go out to him, he's going to destroy everyone.
He could probably actually shoot better than 34%, in my opinion, because during his time at NC State, he shot this. I think he had the first. It was Cole who did it.
I think it was like him and Lonzo.
Him or Lonzo had the top from NBA range. So him shooting higher than 34% wouldn't really surprise me all that much. So
yeah, I think I called it from even before the draft. I said if the Mavericks get Dennis Smith Jr., Dennis Smith Jr. is going to be a superstar, and I still believe that, and I absolutely love him, and I hate that the team is so perfect for him because, I mean, Steph is out, so I'm assuming they're going to start maybe Yogi next to him.
I don't think so.
Or Wesley at the 2 and put someone else at the 3, like a Finney Smith or something like that. I don't know, but
no, I think. Oh, dang it! I'm gonna see if I can find who they did.
I mean, even without Seth though, I mean, they still have Dirk, who you're gonna go out on Dirk. Harrison Barnes is a good 3-point shooter. Wesley Matthews is a great 3-point shooter. The 2, I don't even know who the 2 is going to be, but he's going to have so much room to work and attack the rim, which is where he's at his best.
Barnes is going to be the 4.
Dirk at the 5.
Dirk at the 5, which is really is just kind of funky because
they just don't want to bench Dirk. I mean,
yeah, and I totally get it.
Yeah.
I just
and they realize that Harrison Barnes is a 4 too.
Yeah, which is good. Shout out to my boy Mario Hazonia.
Oh man,
the other night.
There we go, Mario Hazonia.
and your boy Wesley Owudu, who was 1 for 7.
Damn. Shit.
Apparently they did start Yogi. I don't like the idea of having.
Yeah, because they're both pretty short.
Yeah, and both of them are. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
It's a lot of offense.
But then again, I mean, they don't have anyone unless you're gonna play like PJ Dozier, RIP to PJ Dozier.
RIP PJ Dozier. Is Finney Smith on the team? I can see him doing that because they started him last year.
Yeah, but they play him at like the 3-4 as well.
They can just move West down to the 2 and put Finney at the 3.
I was reading the Mavericks SB Nation blog, and they said that's a very bad idea because he can't really handle guarding 2s anymore. So I haven't watched this year, so I'll have to go with them.
Yeah.
We do at mentioning RIP, IP, rest in peace.
Oh my God. RIP in peace.
We all gotta say rest in peace to Justin Jackson.
Oh my God, CJ McCollum.
CJ McCollum stole his soul.
Oh, CJ, man.
He just completely destroyed. Like Justin Jackson didn't even like have his ankles broken. He just fell over. He's like, okay, I give up, and just fell over. Like he had a seizure right there on the floor, and
it was like it was a jab step too. But
oh man, it was absolutely hilarious, and I think he actually shot pretty well. But it doesn't matter because he's dead now.
Yeah. I think he actually did have a good game too. Him and combined for like 30 points, but
it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because he died.
He died right there on the court. Thousands of people saw it, man. It was brutal.
I love CJ. He's so much fun. Man.
Oh man.
Let's see.
I went to the second Laker preseason game against
that's what I wanted to bring up. The Nuggets.
The Nuggets. And I have got to say, I am so glad Tyler Lydon was taken before the Lakers, because if he would have been somehow taken before,
he's not
like I don't like him at all. Like it was
he's like a bad Hernan Gomez.
Hernan Gomez is good.
Yeah, he was splashing some threes against the Lakers.
Good. Like that. My low opinion on DeMar DeRozan is going to come into play here. That bad article or whatever of like how teams could beat the Warriors with sending DeMar DeRozan for Jamal Murray and Juan Hernan Gomez, Kenneth Faried, and Jameer. I would do that if I was Toronto.
Well, yeah, of course you get it.
Because I hate DeRozan. I can't watch him. I hate watching him. Anyways, Hernan Gomez was in that trade, and I was like, he's a very good young player.
He's gonna be a really good stretch forward for them, and he's decently athletic too.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what Paul Millsap teaches him because Paul once Millsap is at the end of his rope, that's who's going to take over, in my opinion. He's very good. I do think like the analytics overhyped him a little bit. Like with it was Arnovitz, I think last year had that article where he was like the second best rookie.
Oh yeah.
That said, I think he's going to be pretty dang good.
Yeah, and staying on the same team. Congrats to Gary Harris, first of all, for getting his big deal.
Get that money.
He secured that bag. And he maybe it was a Lakers thing. I honestly think it's him. He was killing it against the Lakers.
He just destroyed them.
His jumper, I mean,
and it just wanted me to like run onto the court and just like start berating Jordan Clarkson because like Clarkson gave up 8 points to Gary Harris in a matter of like 90 seconds. Oh man. I just sat there in silence as like everyone's like, what's JC doing? He's such a good defender. And like that's when you know you're at a Lakers game because they have absolutely no clue. Oh man, it was just like he's so like, oh man.
Yeah, Gary Harris is the god at backdoor cuts with Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic and Gary Harris together.
You have to say RIP to Jokic too after Westbrook apparently tackled him like a linebacker.
Westbrook
just didn't see that. That was the oddest thing. I have no idea. I still have no idea what that was about.
Was Russ just trying to send a message or something? I loved how Twitter turned it into.
Why are you sending a message to the goofy-footed white guy?
I love how Twitter turned it into I test Twitter versus analytics Twitter.
Oh, it's just wonderful. Because I get to laugh at both because I like both of them.
Yeah, exactly. You got to use both. I do want to bring up a different team, and it's more of a team sense than a player. But how do you feel about the Thunder since now that they got Melo? More of a team sense than a player. But how do you feel about the Thunder?
I'm sorry. I opened up the YouTube to see if we had any.
I heard myself talking back.
Shout out to Chris Tiller. He's a faithful YouTube follower. Gotta get our fan base back up. Thank you.
Hey, we're gonna start grinding. You're moved in. We'll start grinding.
Yeah. The Thunder having Carmelo at the 4 where he should have been for like the last 4 years is good. Paul George, really good. Westbrook, obviously really good. Andre Roberson still can't shoot a lick, but he's an otherworld defender. And I love Steven Adams.
Adams shut down Jokic today.
I have no idea what the analytics actually say of Steven Adams, but that dude looks like Aquaman or whatever.
Yeah, the dude from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So he has to be awesome, right?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I actually do love Steven Adams. I think he's obviously not like a real offensive threat other than like putbacks and like lob type stuff.
Yeah.
But, I think he's a steady defender. I think they obviously overpaid him, but
they had to, honestly.
I think the Thunder now are top 3 team in the West.
Do you have them over the Rockets? Because that's who I have the Rockets over them.
I think I do. I think I have the Rockets over them.
Uh-huh. I just love their additions of
but
Tucker
then
and
there's this thing in the back of my head that's like, why are you having the Spurs at 4?
like they're
And
too low type of thing.
yeah, like
I
I looked at here. I'm gonna bring up the Spurs seeds in the playoffs. I looked this up randomly the other day. Um, and I think the Spurs have been 1 or 2 every year for like the last like 8 years.
what the heck? No, that's not right. Because remember when they lost to the Clippers? They were a 4 seed or they were a 5 seed in that season.
Maybe I just missed one.
The season where Chris Paul hit a buzzer beater in Game 7.
Yeah. I'm looking it up.
I kind of get the Spurs.
I'll look it up.
I get the Spurs. It's Kawhi and Greg Popovich. I was all on board with them.
It says right here 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. So 1 1 2 1 1 1 1.
That can't be right. There's no way. They lost round 1 to the Clippers.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense because last year, obviously, the top team in the West was also the Warriors.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make you. Maybe it's like no, can't be in the conference either.
I don't know. I really want to see what Popovich is gonna do with Rudy Gay, because if he can make Rudy Gay a good player, especially after his Achilles tear, Popovich is the greatest coach of all time.
Don't put that on Twitter. Rudy Gay will find you.
Rudy Gay. If he can do that, then Popovich gets all the praise.
Yeah, if he can make Rudy Gay the shooter that Rudy Gay thinks that Rudy Gay is, then you're looking at a player. But
I mean, I just hate the contract they gave to Powell.
He shot 37% last year from 3. So like that's actually like the player that Rudy thinks he is.
Yeah.
But Rudy historically is definitely not that.
No. I hate the contract they gave the Spurs. I just did. That was the most bizarre thing to me. He didn't accept the option, so they're off the hook. So then they give him pretty much the exact same deal back.
I think they'll somehow get rid of him.
Well, they'll Spurs their way out of it.
Yeah, they'll Spurs their way out of it.
I like DeJounte Murray. I don't know if he's ready yet still.
No. Danny Green looks better again.
Danny Green, yeah. They lost Jonathan Simmons, which is going to be big. They don't really have the athletic wing off the bench.
I mean, they did get Derek White. Brandon Paul is a guy that quite a few people liked. And they got King Joffrey.
Yeah, they got. I can actually see Pop turning Joffrey into
something that's actually good.
Yeah. I mean, they lost Dwayne Dedmon and Jonathan Simmons, and those are big depth losses for me. You know.
Yeah. I think that they're going to be good.
I feel like this is the year they don't win 50. I might be saying blasphemy right now, but I feel like this is the year they don't win 50. I'm not saying they don't make the playoffs or anything.
The last time they didn't win 50 or more.
It was by Pop's rookie year.
Was 98-99.
Oh, that's
no. That was the lockout year. So that was the year they won the finals. Actually, the last time they haven't won 50 or more in a whole season was 96-97.
Jesus Christ.
56 and 26.
That's the year they got Duncan too.
Yeah. The 37 wins in 98-99 because of the lockout.
Yeah.
Obviously. But then 53, 58, 58, 60, 57, 59, 63, 58, 56, 54, 50, 61, 50, 58, 62, 55, 67, 61. I think they win probably between 50 and 60. I just can't have...
The thing that scares me the biggest, actually, is Kawhi right now. Because I don't know how serious the thigh injury is.
Yeah.
That's the biggest factor, of course. Because Kawhi, if Kawhi's healthy...
If he's out, they're debatably not a real playoff team. Like... That's how good he is.
This will be the biggest accomplishment of Popovich's career. If he can make a playoff, mid playoffs without Kawhi Leonard. If he could do that, you build a statue now.
Let's just hamstring him, and you can't play with Kawhi. And let's see if you make the playoffs. That will determine if you're, a top 3 coach of all time.
If he made Rudy Gay an all-star, then I will bow down at his feet.
Oh man.
I don't know. I have him 4th right now, the Spurs.
I think that's where I do too, but it just feels weird.
I get it, but I just really like what the Rockets and Thunder did. I really like the Patrick Patterson edition for the Thunder. I really like the Mbah Moute Tucker edition for the Rockets.
He just really added not only obviously star power, but then depth. Like
very much needed depth because they didn't have a lot of
I think OKC improved the most, and it really wasn't even that close.
Yeah,
because you added Paul George and got rid of that god awful Victor Oladipo contract, and you gave up
tampering
and Domantas Sabonis, which I still like him, but he's a bench big.
Tampering.
Who? What?
I said tampering. Stop it. Stop talking.
Oh yeah, whatever. And then getting Melo. I'm still not super high on Melo. I say his ratings from all the NBA rankings were fair because whatever. But anyways, you got rid of another contract that was god awful in that Cantor deal, and then Cantor's good though. He's a good bench guy. And then it was him and Doug McDermott, and a 2nd round pick.
Yeah, it was nothing for
you gave up nothing for him, and then you added Pat for
Raymond Felton's a good backup point guard. He's been good. He was good on the Clippers last year.
He has. It depends on what season he wants to be fat.
He isn't fat right now.
Okay, if he's not fat, then he might have a chance. But if he has too much Oklahoma barbecue, then they might be screwed.
So many donuts, man. Man, Raymond Felton is such an odd player.
Yeah, I still, because Raymond Felton was with that Rashad McCants and Sean May draft, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Man, because I loved Rashad McCants.
Oh, man.
I thought he was going to be amazing, and I was 13. So
Rashad McCant.
But yeah, he definitely turned into McCant because he couldn't make a shot.
I was trying to think of a pun. God damn it, I hate you.
You're welcome. We need Nelson on here for his even worse dad puns. He's got worse dad puns than I do, and I'm an actual dad.
Jesus, man.
I hope he watches this later and then faces me up in the Slack chat. Yeah, I like I said, I haven't gotten to see too terribly many guys, but there's a lot of guys in this draft that I really like, and there's a lot of guys in the 2nd round that if any team wants to offer up their 2nd round pick, say Sindarius Thornwell or Edmund Sumner or even Damian Dotson.
Dotson's been good for
Sterling Brown, any of those guys for Jordan Clarkson, the Lakers would happily take your offer of just those guys and maybe a future 2nd, like a 2022.
Hey, if the Magic want to give us Wesley Iwundu, I'm not going to stop them.
Yeah, I'll even, I'll even throw in that Denver pick. What is it, next year or the year after?
Not sure, but I'd throw it in there. Got to get boy Wesley.
Yeah.
There's so many young players in the rookie of the year race is going to be insane. I feel like it's going to be 6 different candidates. I said that Smith is my favorite, but I can see Simmons, Fultz, Lonzo winning it. I can see if he's I can see Tatum if he gets playing time. I can see Donovan Mitchell if he plays how he's been playing. I can see all those guys.
You could see a guy like John Collins just dunking on everyone and everyone forgetting that he actually doesn't play defense.
John Collins is so much fun to watch on offense. I don't care. He's so much fun to watch.
He's so bad.
Defensively, yeah, but he's so much fun on offense.
I barely had him in the 1st round. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, man,
it's gonna be a very fun year. We're gonna see apparently Bam Adebayo.
Hey, Bam can go coast to coast.
That's interesting. He never showed that.
Kentucky big man.
Kentucky big man. I still am gonna go side with Mike Schmidt from the Lakers Film Room podcast and say that he should mainly just look to be like a glass cleaner. And
I still don't get why the Heat drafted him. Because he's a 5, and they have Hassan.
14 at 14 too. Because Pete and Tim both thought that like he could develop some type of outside shot.
I've seen like
not to call them out. They're just those were two guys I specifically remember saying that. But I also saw Willie Cauley-Stein shoot 3-pointers in his workout videos.
Yeah.
So this is and Grant likes whenever I bring up summer workout videos. Don't ever watch those things because they're the stupidest things ever. There's no use to them. Summer workout videos, like they never show you anything of actual worth. Like, do you remember last year, like Jordan Clarkson had developed some weird like hesitation, like where he looks like it was like the Steph shot from the finals on LeBron. He looked like he was going to pull up and then he drove it in. And like he's never going to do that because we all know what Jordan Clarkson does. He dribbles for a very long time and then he tries to attack the rim and then throws up something.
I hate watching him so much. I just can't stand it. He kills so much momentum. It's ridiculous.
He's what a lot of stupid baseball fans are when they say a home run kills a rally.
Yeah.
Shout out to Keith Law on that one.
Jeez. Hey, speaking about baseball,
Keith Law doesn't believe that. He has to deal with stupid people that say that. Speaking about baseball, when Joe Sheehan said that it could be Aroldis Chapman's last game in a Yankee uniform, I smiled so hard my cheeks hurt.
Not if they beat the Indians tomorrow.
I'm not going to say anything.
They're up 2-1. I mean,
yeah, I mean they're going to lose, but
CC's pitching tomorrow, so I mean, sorry, we're getting off topic for a second, but
anyways,
yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the season. I just can't wait to watch basketball. Honestly,
tell me one guy that you think could be in a rotation that people aren't really talking about
in all of the NBA
and from this rookie draft class.
Oh, from rookie draft class. Do you have one in mind?
I do.
Okay, you go first and let me think for a second.
Okay. The first guy I had, and like there's a lot of guys that you could easily pick from like Devon Reed or Wesley Iwundu or guys like that. But I'm gonna go a little further back. And with pick 40, the Charlotte Hornets took Dwayne Bacon.
Oh, I was just thinking about Dwayne Bacon too.
I did not like him for a while, and then just all of a sudden, I just started liking him again. I probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I think that he could definitely be a guy that makes it into the Hornets rotation. I could definitely see it.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that too. He's a guy that is a shot creator, and they need shot creators on that team. Man, this is tough. Honestly, I like it.
Oh.
Actually, I think no. This might be an easy one. It might be a super obvious one. It's in the second round, but he's probably super obvious. I think I think Jordan Bell is going to be a rotation player for the Warriors.
Oh, that's not a surprise. Get out of here.
I just said it's not a surprise, really.
No, I said a surprise.
Okay. Hey, all right, fine. In this draft, hey, can I say a rookie from this year that I absolutely love?
If you say Ben Simmons, I'm going to come
No. You know who I'm talking about, but it wasn't drafted this year, but it is his first year. And
yes, but he doesn't count anyways because he's their backup one.
oh no, not even him. He wasn't drafted. He was drafted last year. No one expected him to be drafted, and he's gonna be the backup. He'll be in the rotation. Gershon Yabusele.
Oh my word. Oh man, what's his nickname?
This is Yabu.
No. They call him something.
Oh wait, yeah, another time. I remember Snotty James Hollis retweeting something about it.
Oh dang it, man!
I absolutely love him. He's the German Draymond.
The German Draymond.
I remember that name being thrown around a little bit. Besides him, this is more of a personal thing. I actually want to see him play. I think I want to see Frank Mason break into the rotation for the Kings.
That one's going to be really hard, and honestly, they should look to see what they can get for him. I would happily trade them.
Oh please! Oh my God, Frank Mason.
I'd happily trade them a used Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, that sounds so gross. Man.
Well, because they're absolutely just loaded. They're Fox and Hill are going to get a lot of run.
Mm-hmm.
They started next to each other.
No, they didn't.
They
didn't start. Fox didn't start.
Who started at the 2?
It was Buddy.
Oh fudge, you're right. Well, anyways, they played a lot where Fox and Hill were both on the court.
Yeah.
I mean, it really doesn't matter because if they're playing a lot on the court anyways.
Yeah.
With Buddy as well. If Dave Yeager goes more traditional lineups or whatever, then I don't know if Mason gets time, especially since Garrett Temple had moments last year of being a pretty good backup one.
Mm-hmm.
Even Temple would be a guy that I'd look to bring in, a big point guard that can shoot. But Frank Mason, I would very much like to take him off of Sacramento's hands.
Yeah, he's one of those smaller scoring guards from college that, like, there's one every year that people love, and he's so
and I usually hate those guys. I love Frank Mason.
He's so good off pick and rolls and just in isolation and stuff like that. I just creating for himself, and he's just so good at just making shots. And he's a pretty decent passer as well. He's not great defensively, but he makes shots. He gets buckets pretty much. I mean.
Name one guy that you're gonna laugh watching.
I'm gonna laugh watching. How so?
Like, I'm going to continually laugh watching Caleb Swanigan play.
Okay, like a guy that's like, okay. Caleb Swanigan. I feel like he's actually been doing kind of well for them. And
he did good in summer league, but he's not a good defender.
No.
I didn't understand them taking him after they took Zach Collins at 10, and they still have Nurkic. It's just a mess.
I know exactly who I'm going to say, and Nelson is going to absolutely hate me for this. But let's bring out the Oakland native, hailing from Cal, Ivan Rabb.
Oh man. Oh man. I do have to say, him with Gasol and fudge.
Michael.
No. Well, I mean that's a good one too. But who did they draft last year? The guy that we liked, Deontay Davis.
Deontay.
So they got a fun front court. They've got 2 potential building blocks, not necessarily like great building blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Damian could be pretty good, or Deontay could be good, but like that's 2 rotation pieces. I think at least in the second round, last 2 years that they've drafted really good for. I don't even know if I think they bought the pick last year, and then the one that they got from Rab was an Orlando trade. They got that from Orlando. I don't know if they bought it too or what, but yeah. Oh yeah. Memphis can send Wayne Selden.
I knew you were gonna bring him Wayne Selden.
All right. We should go before I just start naming off random guys that I would take
Oh my
before
God.
Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah. So we're definitely gonna start pushing these out a little bit more frequently. Season starts, like I said, on the 18th for the NBA. First game.
Look out. We did our Pacific preview.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to try and do several more before. So we've got a week?
Yeah, we got a week. So we have 5 more divisions.
Yeah.
So look out for those, and we'll probably combine some.
Yeah.
So look out for that in the next week or so. We'll eventually, sooner rather than later, we want to start talking about this upcoming draft. Very top heavy draft, but there's some guys that I love, and I know you love, Clayton.
Oh yeah.
So we'll definitely be bringing that in soon.
Shout out to Mike. Dang it, I forgot his last name.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I saw you retweet his Miguel Bridges.
It's Mike. Is it Gribbs?
Yeah, he does a podcast with Cole's Liquor, right? Or is that the Otoden guy?
We call him Mike Gribb. Gribanov. Oh, I hope I didn't butcher that.
He's like a Euro guy. He's not from here, right?
Yeah. No, I think he lives in the States.
Really? I don't know. But yeah.
Shout out to him for saying Miguel Bridges is a top 10 prospect.
Oh yeah, there's some sleeper guys that
I love it.
there are a few sleeper guys that we both have our eyes on top of the big Michael Porters and Luka Doncic's. But it's gonna be a fun year. I just can't wait to start talking about basketball more. To be honest, so we'll, like I said, we'll probably try to push out division previews next few days or so. So look out for that. And I think that's it. So Clayton, have anything to say?
No.
All right. So thanks for joining us. The couple people that joined us.
Yeah. Hopefully tell everyone that we've got the new podcast. We're gonna start using the Twitter.
Yeah.
More.
We're gonna start bringing on some guests too.
Yes.
We have a few in mind.
We had to take a break, and we want to get everyone back. So hide your kids, hide your wife.
What the? You bring out that Dodson, Antoine Dodson. I think his name was, man. All right. Well, on that note, thanks for joining us. My name is Christian, or Merge. I don't know how to say Christian. I never say Christian.
Hi, Christian.
You can find me at Merge Christian on Twitter. Hi,
Christian.
And you can find Clayton at.
I don't even remember my Twitter.
You're so
terrible. At Lakers 1949.
There we go. So, and follow at Under the Bus Pod on Twitter.
Yep.
So thanks for joining us. And this was a very kind of off the cuff podcast, but hey, I had fun.
I want to do more like this. All right, bye guys.
Yeah. All right, see you. Bye.